Wayne Tastic asks this question, well, what happened to the CDs? Did they end up being in the landfill? How did you deal with this, et cetera, et cetera? And then he also went on to say, what could you have done differently in this situation? And what he's talking about is when I posted about why I hate the Jonas Brothers and how we got bumped from Good Morning America because they wanted that slot. Well, yeah, the problem is that the record label, in advance of us being on that show, because it was so influential at the time, this was 2008 or 2007, no, 2007. And I don't know if it still has the same weight today, but back then it was a big deal. So they pressed $100,000 worth of CDs. It's a 3 CD set. So they pressed another 30,000 copies. They roughly, they were roughly like $3 to $3.50 a copy back then. And so, so what would I have done differently was not counted our chickens before we were hatched, right? Is like just, it was the record label's choice, but it ended up affecting me. And so how much money would be recouped before allocation? Now, in this case, I was donating my money to charity, so it meant that there was another $100,000 that had to be made before the money went to charity. But I definitely would not have encouraged the record label to do that in hindsight, as he mentions in hindsight. I also wouldn't have made a big deal out of it. We sent out press releases and everything before we were going to be on the show because we got bumped like pretty close to the air date. So just don't count your chickens before you're hatched. I mean, that's an old saying, but it's true. In this case, it would have saved us $100,000 on pressed CDs, and it would have saved us a lot of embarrassment. I mean, do you wait till the show appears and then the demand comes in? I don't know, because that's the quandary, right? That's the conundrum. Do you plan ahead and spend the money and then get screwed or not get screwed? I would say, especially in today's economy, do not spend the money up front. Like, wait for the demand to come first and then play catch up. And then don't tell all your friends and all the press and everything you're going to be on a show when you get bumped by the Jonas Brothers. I mean, that's what I learned from that. And you learn to have a hard shell. So thanks for asking, Wayne Tastic.